Good morning, guys. All right, this is our last Saxon phonics lesson. And so we are going to go over all the spelling rules that we learned this year. Remember, some of them were kind of tricky, so we're going to go back over them and then we're going to practice them. So the first spelling rule that we learned a long time ago is that we learned the K and the C spelling rules, okay? So we know that we spell the K sound if it's before with a K if it's before an E, I, or Y. So look, keg, it's got K-E, so it's the K. Kid, it makes the K sound, so it's K-I. Milk, key in front of the Y, it's the K. We use, if we hear the K sound, we use a C if it's in front of an A, an O, a U, or any consonant, okay? So cat, it's in front of the A. Cot, it's in front of an O. Packed, it's in front of a consonant T, okay? So K in front of E, I, or Y, C in front of A, O, or U, or any consonant. And remember, when we get to our spelling the G sound, the J sound, it kind of follows the same rule. All right, now final K sound, right? The K sound. This is where it gets a little tricky. The first one that we talked about was CK, and we use CK after a short vowel. So black, I hear that K at the end, I use CK. Duck, I hear that K after the short U, I use CK. Lock, I hear that K sound after the short O, so I use CK. Now we use just K if it's after a consonant or a vowel digraph, so two vowels together. So look, milk, it's after that L, I need a K. Book, so the O. Week, it needs a just a K by itself. Now, it needs K-E after a long vowel. Remember, these are our CVCE words a lot of times. Broke, O consonant E, so it should be O-K-E, because if we put O-C-E, remember when C and E is together, it makes that S sound, so it's got to be K-E. Like, if I only put a K on L-I-K, it would be L-I-K, because it would be a short I instead of a long I. So I have to, after that long vowel, put K-E. Make. And then this is one you don't see as often, but you're going to use, to make the K sound at the end, you're going to add a C at the end of a word with two or more syllables, like garlic, picnic, Atlantic, okay? But that's not as common as some of the other ones that we're going to see. All right, and then the final V spelling rule, okay? When we have a word that has the V sound at the end, we always spell it with VE. This is a little bit easier to remember. If I hear V at the end, that V can't be by itself. Look, have, VE, wave, VE, leave, VE, live, VE, hive, VE, solve, VE. So when you hear the V sound at the end, you always spell it with VE. Oh, and this is the one you guys like, the floss rule. When a one-syllable word, so when those short words, has a short vowel followed by, remember, that's what you think of floss. Look, F, L, or S. Like in the word floss, it's usually spelled with FF, LL, or SS. You double that F, L, or S. So look, puff, one syllable, short vowel, double F. Staff, one syllable, short A, so double F. Stiff, one syllable, short I, double F. Same thing with doll, hill, well, short vowels, one syllable, and so I have to double the L. And then boss, miss, pass, okay? So remember, we call it that floss rule because the word floss follows that pattern. Look, aw, short O, double S. All right, and then the final spelling rule. This is the one that's a little bit confusing. If I hear a S at the end, the first part is SS. And this is what we talked about, the floss rule. If it's after a short vowel and I hear that S, and it's a short word, I'm going to spell it with SS, like boss, dress, fuss. Okay, I need that double S. If I hear the S after a long vowel, I'm going to spell it with CE. Because remember that C makes this sound. So ice, space, truce. So if it's after a long vowel. And then I'm going to spell SE after anything else. So after consonants, after vowel digraphs. So basically what you need to remember is short vowel, SS, long vowel, CE, and then SE after everything else. So false, house, the final ch spelling rule. So when I hear that ch sound at the end, this one's a short rule. Remember, I'm going to use TCH after a short vowel. So crutch, etch, stitch after those short vowels. I use CH after everything else. So I just have to remember after a short vowel, TCH. Okay, so look, I use CH after a consonant. On lunch, I use CH after a diphthong, ouch. I use CH after a digraph, ooch, pooch, okay? And then the final J sound kind of follows the same rule. I use trigraph DGE after a short vowel, so bridge, edge, judge. I use GE after everything else, so age, lunge, ooge. Okay, so after a long vowel, after a consonant, after a vowel team. Okay, so it follows some of the same rules. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. So what we're going to talk about is adding a vowel suffix at the end of the word. And remember, we have the dropping or the doubling rule. The dropping rule says that when a word ends with a silent E, drop the E before adding a vowel suffix. So look, remember, a vowel suffix is one that starts with the vowel, so ing or er. Making. I'm not going to put that EI together. I drop it, and now it's just MAKING. Ruler. I drop the E, and it's just ruler. Okay, so if it ends with a silent E, drop it and add that vowel digraph, okay, or vowel suffix. Okay, so the doubling rule is a little bit different. It says when a syllable is accented and ends with a vowel, one vowel and one consonant, double the final consonant before adding it. So if it's short like this, look, it's got one vowel, one consonant, hit. I'm going to make it HITTING. I'm going to add that T in there. Runner. Okay, one vowel, one consonant, put that in between. Okay. All right, and then we're going to be adding a consonant suffix. To spell a word with a consonant suffix, just add the suffix to the end of the root word, okay? So I have cake plus the S makes cakes. Red plus the ness makes redness, okay? Careful, careful. Closely, closely. So I just put them together if it's a consonant. The only time we have to really worry about it is if it's a vowel, and sometimes we have to change things. All right, and then our last final spelling rule is that J and G rule, okay? So remember, just like we have soft C, we have soft G. So I'm wanting to spell the J sound. I use J in front of A, O, and C, just like I use C, okay? Then if I'm wanting to spell the J sound, sometimes I use G in front of E, I, and Y. So look, J for jam, because it's got the A. J for joke, because it has the O. J for jug, because it's got a U. G for German. G for giant, because it's got the I. And stingy. All right, so I know those are a lot of rules to review, but we're going to go ahead and pull out our activity sheet so we can practice spelling with some of those rules.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and do the activity sheet that's going to help us practice our spelling rules, okay? So for 1 through 10, we're just going to do our spelling sounds. Are you ready? So if I make the sound, what letter are you going to spell that with? E, very good. What about the sound? Digraph, TH, very good. How about H? Good job. How about D? D and then ending D or ED. How about P? P, perfect. Remember, like ring. That's right. Digraph, NG. T, T, or at the end it can be T or ED. Remember that ED makes those 3 sounds. How about Z? It can be Z or it can be S. That's right. N. N. Perfect. And then ah. O. Good job. All right, we're going to use some of our spelling words to try to spell some words. Are you ready? If I want to spell the word stuff, what do I hear? I hear that st blend. S-T, very good, then st, U, and then f at the end. Now look though, this is a short vowel, and it's 1 syllable, and it's got the F at the end, so what do I need to do? I have to put FF for that floss roll, that's right. How about bridge? Bridge, so BR, BR, then I, and then J. So I'm making that final J sound, but it's after a short vowel, so it's going to be D-G-E. And that one's kind of easy because our picture for bridge, remember, was D-G-E, trigraph D-G-E. Page, page, so P-A, A, and then I have the J sound at the end. So this is after a long A, so it's going to be G-E. Okay, what about milk? Milk. M-I-L, and then K. So final K, but it's after a consonant, so it's just going to be just the letter K. Okay? Took. Took. So T, then what is that? Digraph O, very good, and then the K afterwards. So this is the final K sound, but it's after a vowel digraph, so I'm just going to use just a K. All right, stack. Stack, so S-T, very good, then A, and then K after a short A, so it's going to be C-K, very good. How about jam? Jam, J. Okay, it's going to be a J because it's in front of in front of an A. J and A go together. M. Good job. Runner, so R, U, N. So there's run, and then ner, N, and then ER. So look, I have to have that double N in the middle because remember it's 1 consonant and 1 vowel and 1 consonant, and then I'm adding a vowel digraph because it starts with an E. Careless. So I need to spell care first, so C, and then air, A-R-E, and then less, L-E-S-S, because I'm just adding a consonant ending. All right, taking, so T-A-A-K-E, and then I-N-G. Does that look right? No, I can't have that E and the I together, so remember I'm going to drop the E, and it's just going to be T-A-K-I-N-G for taking. Okay, boy, so B, then oi. It's the oi sound at the end, so O-Y, very good. Coin, so see, then the oi sound. O-I, since it's in the middle, coin, N, good job. Little, so I have L-I-I-T, so there's lit, and then tull. Final syllable, T-L-E. Very good. Garlic, so G, then the R sound. How do I spell that? A-R, L-I-I. And then I have a K sound at the end, but listen, garlic has more than 1 syllable, so I'm going to use C. Stitch, so S-T, then I, and then ch at the end, so T-C-H. Good job. All right, on the back, what we're doing is we're going to look at the words, and we're going to try to figure out what word is not spelled the right way? And there's a rule that goes with each one. So let's look at our first one. Glass, hill, and then class. So we're looking at the floss rule. So which word is not spelled the right way? Class. Very good. What do I need to do to class to spell it correctly? I need to double that S for the floss rule. Very good. So C-L-A-S-S. Let's try the next one. Badge, fudge, edge. Which one is not spelled correctly? B-A-J. That's right. We don't ever end a word with J. When I hear that J after a short vowel, it's going to be B-A-D-G-E. Trigraph D-G-E. Okay, are you ready? Apple, rubble, little. Which word does not look correct? Apple. Very good. What did I not do? I didn't double that P. Pull. One vowel, one consonant. Sometimes I have to double that P. Okay, let's look at our next words. We have stage, it's supposed to be huge, and cage. So which one is spelled incorrectly? We have age, that's a long A, so that's right. Huge, that's right. Huge is not spelled correctly. It should be H-U-G-E because it's a long U, okay? Look at this one. Asking, sending, hunting. Which one is not spelled correctly? Asking, very good. So since we have the word ask, it ends in a consonant, okay? And we're just adding ing. We don't have to double it because we're just adding ing, okay? How about speak, hook, and weak? Which one is incorrectly spelled? That's right, weak. Speak is a vowel digraph, OO is a vowel digraph, and EE is a vowel digraph, so it needs to end in just a K, okay? Catch, itch, match. Which one do you think is not spelled correctly? That's right, catch. Since catch has a short A, we need to spell it C-A-T-C-H. We need that T-C-H trigraph afterwards. Okay, I've got rustic, optic, and garlic. Which one looks different and is not spelled correctly? Optic, very good. Listen, rustic, 2 syllables. Optic, garlic. Remember, if it's more than 1 syllable and ends in that k sound, it's normally going to end in just a C. So it's O-P-I-C, not C-K, because remember, C-K goes after a short vowel. Okay. Hitting, stopping, running. Which one do you think is not spelled correctly? Hitting. Hitting looks different. What's wrong with hitting? Hitting, remember, it ends in a 1 vowel and 1 consonant, and you're adding a vowel suffix. So I'm going to use that doubling rule. I need 2 T's. Look, hitting, stopping, running. Very good. Okay, taking, biting, and making. Which word do you think is spelled incorrectly? That's right, biting. Look, it's got E-I in there. Remember, if I have a silent E, listen, B-I-T, and I have that silent E, I drop the E when I add a vowel digraph ing, or vowel suffix ing. All right, you guys have done an awesome job. Thank you.